today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
We're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a one-year starter in college as well. Plenty of experience yet to be gained.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Isaiah Simmons on the
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To Terry McLaurin.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of
that was a pretty favorable situation. Manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to to go with a tight end here on the running play. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
After that run for a first down, I don't know that confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
On first down, this is Geis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 17. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really good upward trajectory.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Delayed game, offense.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
56. Mike. 56.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17, 2nd on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go, D. 56. Check pass. Check pass. Mike 56. Mike 56. Rip left. Rip left. 45.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the territory. 11 yards there, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
Thomas Davis on
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
brings up second and
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm scared. Check it back. Check it back.
Quick strike here, Murray to Fitzgerald. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
second and 4 at the 23-yard line.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's just me and you.
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 13-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
56, the muck boys, 56.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Snap comes to Murray and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Murray now, third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Washington first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No. That's bottom shelf material. From the 29, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
56.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The first quarter with this Washington 7, Cardinals 3.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Barton, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Flush to his right, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Murray a give. This is Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down.
But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. Talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Geis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given away just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Now Drake. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Murray. 20. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
13-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
They get this out left. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Cardinals.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, They'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It's second and
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find his running back, Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they... Now Drake loses the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To Terry McLaurin.
From 17 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside. But the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 48-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 60.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been him, hasn't he?
He is definitely definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
Washington.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Murray from midfield. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mark 56. Mark 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Throwing again. Murray will get this to his running back, Edmonds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
36 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, Drake. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Mark 56. Mark 56. I got it. 56 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
12-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And he fires one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
We got 4. Mike 56. Mike 56. Coming. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. Drop. Deuce. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
1st and 10 at their own 25.
So here is Washington now to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Geis with the carry on second down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Antonio Gibson.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by... And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Isabella. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
56. Oh, you got deep? 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the twist. 56. The Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. He's been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 41, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The ball carrier. He's tackled.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Kick is good. Makes this Washington 31.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up
another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now the 2nd down throw on target.
Haskins pass.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season. 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return is Peterson. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Murray now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. to throw again. Murray. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
56. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Wild Bill.
Throwing again. Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's tackled it.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Off the edge, this sack by Matt Ioannidis. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Block in the back. Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
The ball carrier.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And that is in.
Any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now it's Peterson. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
The ball carrier.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
At the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray on the screen. This is Edmonds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
third down, they run with Edmonds. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. Quick slant caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Down just shy of the goal line.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds taking it in. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Jordan Hicks.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Haskins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Haskins to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Haskins to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here we go with Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Number 29, Chase.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Cardinals win it. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.